Hello, this is video training for course MA115, Medical Insurance Coding Procedures. This course is taught on the clinic side of the MA program in Module 5. Hybrid online students will take this course online with their online instructor. Hybrid online students will not participate in any way in this course while it is being taught on ground. The chapters that are taught in this course are from Kin's Medical Assisting Fundamentals. It'll be Chapter 28, Diagnosis Coding, Chapter 29, Procedure Coding, as well as the use of the ICD-10 CM and CPT coding manuals. You will have varying years of manuals. These manuals are a set that should be kept in the clinic classroom. There should be one for each student. Students are not allowed to take the manuals home with them. Hybrid students, however, will be allowed to check out a manual since they are taking this course online. Proficiencies for this course are performing coding using a current ICD-10 CM manual or encoder. The encoder is found in the SimChart program through the SimChart link in this course. They will also perform procedure coding in surgery, and that would be procedure 29.1, and perform procedural coding for office visit and immunizations, which is procedure 29.2. SurePath is also included in this course. There's a SurePath link. Once students click on the link, SurePath will then be loaded to their dashboard. SurePath is included in just about every course in the program, and this only needs to be done once per module in order for students to access SurePath. Once student gets into SurePath, they will have access to the medical insurance coding procedures portion of SurePath. There are the 2 chapters they'll be working in. They can access ebook chapters from SurePath instead of their VitalSource bookshelf or with their VitalSource bookshelf. And they will also be working through lessons for these 2 chapters. If you would like to include these lessons as part of your lecture, you are more than welcome to do so. My suggestion is that you get into these lessons and determine where or how much you would like to incorporate with your lecture. There's also a test prep quiz for your students. Please encourage them to work through these test preps. They'll be very helpful in their understanding of these topics in this course, as well as preparing them to pass their test. Okay, the days that we will be covering coding in this module are day 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. The other days we will not be covering coding. Please follow your lesson plan. Let's go ahead and take a look at our module. As always, please make sure that you are filling out your instructor introduction information for each course so students know how to contact you if they have questions after hours. The academic honesty policy must also be completed by the student for each and every course in order for the course to open and for them to have access to the information. Please have them click on their e-text for the course, website links and forms for this course, their resources, as well as SimChart. This is a little video for them to watch on how to use the TrueCode encoder for SimChart. And please make sure that you are covering the syllabi for this course together on day 1 so that your students know how this course will flow and what to expect and the work that they will need to complete. Row assignments are always available to students on the first day of the module. Please make sure your students know that they can work on these at their leisure as long as they are uploading and submitting the completed row on the scheduled due date. The weeks for this course will not be taught by the on-ground instructor. These are for our online students. They will be led through these weeks by their online instructor. So you will not have to participate or even look in these weeks, and neither will your students. All right, so day 2 is the first day of this course. I suggest that have each student open one of the coding books, and then you have a coding book. And part of your lecture will be to walk your student through each section of these coding books, have them practice finding codes in each one of these books, challenge them with a few codes on the board, help them become familiar with how to use each one of these coding manuals. Once they have a basic understanding of how the manual is set up and how to find a code, and then I would come over and publish their first practice assignment. So day 2 will also have to be published in order for students to see the assignments. So let's unpublish the other portions here. Okay, so once you've unpublished these, then the student will only be able to see coding practice A. So have them click on the coding practice, work through finding each one of these codes. And once they've done that, and the majority of the students are finished, then go ahead and publish the key so students can check their work. And then move on to B, practice B, and then the key for B. We don't really want to give them the answer key to everything right away. That kind of defeats the purpose of finding the code yourself in the book. We really want them to learn from any mistakes that they make. Okay. If you see any assignments like these with a little rocket ship, these are auto-graded quizzes for the students who work through. Again, and they many times have the ability to find these codes or work through these assignments more than once to get a better grade. So that's pretty much it on how to get through the coding portion of this course. Just again, please make sure you're taking time to make sure that your students are comfortable with these manuals, that they understand the parts of the manual and are familiar with this manual. So when they do take their insurance coding test, they'll be successful. There are some optional assignments that you can also give students before or after your coding test, depending on your individual class time and time management. Here is the medical insurance coding procedures documentation for proficiency. If you would like, it may be a good idea to publish this section of the course on the very first day so that students can have a chance to download this proficiency sheet and start to fill it out as they continue through the course. Or you may leave it to the last day of the course. It's definitely up to you. So let's go ahead and take a look at how everything is set up. Discussions are only for our online hybrid students, as well as the practice coding assignments here. Those are for our hybrid students. So anything that has multiple modules will be assigned to all students. There are the role assignments that will be assigned to all students, and the insurance coding tests, as well as a proficiency documentation. I hope that this was helpful. If you have any questions, please reach out to me at jritter@rosseducation.edu. I'm more than happy to support and help you. And with that, please try your best to make this coding portion of our program as enjoyable for students as possible. Have a good rest of your afternoon.